8. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Taking a step back from intense murder detectives, this next choice is for those of you whose moral compass possibly isn't as faithful as it should be. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia centers around 4 hopeless friends who run a bar in Philly. With their huge egos, terrible decision-making skills, and less than positive outlook on life, the gang at Paddy's Pub will have you in stitches, while making you feel slightly guilty for finding it funny. While the humor is sometimes being criticized for being a little lowbrow, they often take inspiration from current events and actually engage with them in the show, making for some hilarious social commentary. Number 7. Breaking Bad. This show was, and still is, utterly enthralling. Many of you have already seen it through from trouserless start to spoiler ending, but there's no excuse not to watch it again. The great thing about Breaking Bad is that no matter how many times you watch it, you're just still as invested in the characters and the storyline as you were during your first watch. With some wicked humor, tension galore, and some devastatingly emotional turbulence, Breaking Bad is one seriously sophisticated binge-watch session. Number 6. Bates Motel. Remember that really adorable British kid from the likes of Finding Neverland and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Well, if you fancy watching him test the boundaries of creepiness, then Bates Motel is definitely the binge-watch series for you. As a contemporary prequel for the famous Psycho movie, Bates Motel tells the story of a young Norman Bates and the skin-crawling relationship with his unhinged mother, Norma. This is the perfect choice for those of you not afraid of something a little more twisted. It's really interesting to see the connection between the 1960s Alfred Hitchcock film and the contemporary prequel, and makes for a really disorientated and trippy watch. Number 5. Black Mirror. Are you in the mood to be a little disgusted with the human race? Who isn't? Well then, Charlie Brooker's Black Mirror is for you. With his brilliant vision and superb execution, each episode of Black Mirror explores the boundary of modern-day technology and social conventions, resulting in a disturbingly entertaining study on human behavior. Black Mirror is an all-round hit with exquisite scripts, fantastic shooting styles, and a realistic and gritty form of expression. If you're after something that's going to leave you feeling a little worried about our future as a society, then this twisted, often almost feels like you're watching a comedy show as he delves into the weird and wonderful societies he meets. This is probably one of the more light-hearted documentaries, making it perfect viewing for those not quite ready for his more disturbing adventures. Dipping his toes into the likes of swingers, professional wrestling, the porn industry, bodybuilding, and born-again Christianity, there really is something for everyone. Number 3. Archer. For all of you F is for Family or American Dad fans out there, Archer is definitely one for you to become obsessed with. It doesn't need too much concentration, but its hilarious characters, brilliantly far-fetched episodes, and bang-on adult humor make Archer a near-perfect mix. The camaraderie of the characters in this spy agency is less than perfect, more resembling What Culture Towers than a place of work, and sees the members continually try to screw each other over, making for some brilliant comedy and exceptionally questionable morals. Archer is the perfect kind of guilt funny, in that you find it super funny, but feel pretty bad at laughing at it. Number 2. Stranger Things. This series is, for lack of better words, exceptional fun. It's a beautiful pastiche of 80s culture, marrying the fascination of sci-fi and horror alongside child actors who are actually goddamn decent. The soundtrack alone is worth a viewing, as it feels like John Carpenter is on the keys himself. The balance of comedy and horror works especially well, giving off a vibe which feels engaging as you actually start to care about the fates of the characters and the mystery they're trying to uncover. In case you hadn't guessed by now, I love this show, and while there's only one season at present, it's something I urge you to binge. And number 1, Orange is the New Black. Netflix has now become well known for its original content, and Orange is the New Black has definitely become one of the most popular. Its female-fueled prison drama is at once tragic, comedic, violent, and considered. It's a really captivating experience looking at the mix of different females and how they interact with each other. The predominantly female cast is also something barely seen within mainstream television and has completely worked in their favor, making for a truly unique and eye-opening experience. These women are so fiercely talented that it crashes through the screen to its audience with an immense force and makes this series' ultimate binge